Hey, I know this comes out Friday early morning, but this was basically what happened Thursday. It was hot, it was 90 degrees Fahrenheit, 32.2 Celsius, and now it's about 73 Fahrenheit, 22.7 Celsius. I sat out in the shade with just my lower legs in the sun, trying to get them tan looking, sorta, kinda. I noticed how long the hairs on my legs were. Well, if I ever go anywhere, I'll shave them. I had several panic attacks. I had some last night. Took the medicine that I don't want to take, but I took it so I can go to sleep. And I put an audiobook on here on YouTube. And Isaac Asimov, he writes science fiction stories, but it was in Italian. It was narrated in Italian. And you kind of like, you drift off and then you kind of wake up and drift off a lot, or at least I do. And every time I started coming to, I could hear the Italian talking, blah, 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 blah. But what was really bizarre and neat was my brain translated it for me. So I was hearing Italian and also hearing what it was in English. Weird. Cool. I've got a list I'm looking at. I've tried this several times and I'd like, did I mention that? I don't know. I had several panic attacks. I stayed in bed till almost noon. I was watching Tiny House Nation on the television and had another severe panic attack. I don't know, it must have something to do with feeling trapped, I think. And I feel like that. There's a couple mountains with little touristy towns at the top around here. The roads are switchbacks and steep and scary, but I might bolster the courage to go up to one of them, just see if it's any cooler up there. Of course you'll go with me. And gas is about $4.50 or a little more than $4.50 a gallon. And I was looking on Indeed.com where they have job listings and stuff up for around here. There was one at a local dentist, which is about a little over a mile up the street. Office work, and I thought, well, I can do that. I can make appointments and stuff like that. But they also wanted chair-side assistance. No way. I'm not certified for that. No way I'd want to do it. What else? There are some sales positions around here, but you have to be on your feet the whole time. And my back, I couldn't do it. I can't. Or I wouldn't be able to walk. After an hour on my feet, I can't walk. It's terrible. So I applied for one as part-time medical records. And their basic qualifications that they want is someone with high school or a GED, which is general education, or, it's like, enough to graduate high school. I thought, I worked in medical records for 10 years. Some of the basic things were putting records together and putting the files back on the shelves and stuff. And that's basically what they want. I did more than that. I coded and stuff, but the codes have changed in 20 years. I used ICD-9, and they use ICD-10 and CPT-5 now, so I wouldn't know how to do that. But the basic stuff I could do. And since it's a rehab center, like for drugs and alcohol and God knows what, mostly for rich people. There's a lot of those out here. If you look at the pictures of these places, oh my God, no wonder they want to relapse. They're beautiful. You're weighted on hand and foot like they are rich. It's like, I've seen some reviews of the place by probably people that work there saying that, that they only pay attention to people that can put money in their pocket. That's a shame. But apparently that's the way life is, apparently. I don't know. I would go do my job and come home. I just need a little bit of money, and I can make up to $1,400 a month without losing my disability. I don't get very much in disability. I get the same as I did in the Midwest, and out here it goes about half as far. I have medicine to pick up tomorrow that's $41. I don't have any insurance to cover medicine. There's a bunch of stuff I really do need to do. And I just, you know, you don't feel like it. I don't have anyone to talk to. I don't have anyone to confide in or that knows or whatever. I don't know. Last night on Facebook, I was contacted by Trevor Andrew Vidamar. I used to was friends with him on Facebook, etc., a long time ago, and subscribed to him on YouTube and all that. But I don't know. It's too boys club for me. But he's a nice guy. He wrote some books, couple books. Well, I ordered those books on Amazon, and I'm going to get them. By the end of the month, I should have both of them. One is pretty much autobiography. That ought to be interesting. It'll tell me some stuff maybe is inside of him. I don't know. But, about the rehab place. Of course they want you to be confidential, blah, blah, blah. Of course. When you work in medical records or you're a nurse, you're supposed to zip it, lock it, and throw away the key. They're there for treatment. They're not someone famous who's so-and-so. You're not supposed to tell so-and-so came in. Who cares? Like, I coded a football player knee injury back in St. Louis when we had the Rams. And I wasn't sure whether it was one code or two codes. One code sometimes will cover both things of a procedure. So I passed the record to the girl next to me, the lady next to me, and she says, "Oh, do you know who this is?" No, it's a guy with the torn ACL, a cruciate ligament. This is a Rams quarterback, blah, blah, blah. I was like, so? How do you code this? It's like, I don't care who it is. It doesn't matter to me. That's not what my job was. My job wasn't to TMZ it. My job wasn't to gossip column anything. I couldn't care less. Just hope that the person did well with the procedure. That's all there is to it. Maybe I'm a rare weirdo, that I go play by the rules. My mom was a nurse, and she used to come home and tell me, "You know who's in the hospital? And this is the name he goes under." And I'm like, "I don't care, Mom. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. You can tell me, what kind of procedure and what they do for something like that. I don't want to know who it is. I don't care." I coded a famous person's mom's chart. Somebody did. Is he still on TV? He's on movies and stuff now. But, so what? She was a little old lady going in for x-rays and stuff. I didn't say, "Hey, look, I got so-and-so's mom here." That's not what you do. And I've talked way too long. And yes, except for this, I don't have anything on, because it is hot. It's hot. Miserable. And the ants. If I like to eat them or something, they'd be in trouble, because there's an awful lot of them. Maybe I should get a gecko or something. And they eat all the ants they wanted. That'd be a problem. It reminds me of a story about a sultan who had mice in the castle. So he got cats to get rid of the mice, and then he had too many cats. So then he got dogs to get rid of the cats, and he had too many dogs. Then he had, I don't know what it was, like llamas and tigers to get rid of the llamas, and then elephants to get rid of the tigers, and then the elephants saw a mouse and ran away. What will happen tomorrow? Well, later today. I hope I don't have any more panic attacks. I hate them very much. I'm going to have to. I stayed away from the computer. And the ants find their way into my computer because when I'm sitting at the desk, which is over there, all of a sudden ants are on my legs and arms and stuff. And this drinking cup, this is a nice drinking cup. It's got this sliding top that closes it up airtight so no bugs get in there. I love that thing. It's heavy, but I love it. Oh, are you gonna marry it? Every time I hear someone say, I love it, it reminds me of the grade school thing. Are you gonna marry it? Oh, somebody come and play with me. Someone come and play today. That's a Sesame Street song. Yeah. Upward and onward.